What's up guys, welcome to another FIFA Ultimate Team video, and today EA have released the Liga Nos team of the season so far, and with it a new player SBC has been released too, this time in the form of Luis Diaz, a 90 rated left midfielder from FC Porto. As you can see, it only requires the one squad and he's around for the next couple of days or so. So with it, what we're going to do is we're going to see exactly what this card has to offer for us within game. We're also going to see how much it costs to complete the SBC, and then finally talking about the best chem stars to use with this particular player. So let's have a look at his work rates. He's got the high attack, medium defense work rates. I think that's generally pretty good for a left midfielder, right midfielder, a right winger or a left winger. So in my book, nice. Skill moves of 4 stars, good. Weak foot of 4 stars, very nice as well. In terms of those attributes, he's got top tier pace with the acceleration of 95 and sprint speed of 97. His shooting stats are just a mixed bag completely, with the attack positioning of 95 and finishing of 97, absolutely fantastic. Shot power of 81 right now where we are within the game is really poor. Long shots of 80 isn't that great either, and his volleys and penalties are non-existent. In terms of his passing stats, not the best here either. His vision and crossing and curve at 82 are okay. His long pass of 80 is not great. Free kick actually of 59 is pretty poor, but a short pass of 87 is a nice stat. In terms of those dribbling stats, composure of 94, dribbling of 96, and agility of 99 are brilliant. The reactions of 81 in my book are really low. They need to be higher, and his balance of 80 is not going to cut the mustard for where we are now within game. In terms of his defensive stats, they're non-existent as well, so we'll skip past those. Physically though, the aggression of 72 is alright, the strength of 80 is quite nice, and his stamina of 93 is very good indeed. In terms of his jumping, it's an 88, which is a nice stat too. In terms of his traits, he unfortunately only has a CPU trait, which means nothing for us, so we'll just ignore that. Overall, this card generally is a bit of a mixed bag. He's got some really nice stats and then some really not so good stats. His shot power is poor for where we are right now. That balance of 80 is poor. It's just reactions ain't very good either, and just generally speaking, his passing stats are not the best at all. So he's going to be an interesting one when it comes to chem stars in terms of what to use to get the best out of this card. But in terms of how much this SBC is going to cost to complete, you just need the one squad, as we've touched on earlier. It just requires a Liga Nos player with an 84 rated squad, 75 chemistry, and then you get Luis Diaz, which I don't think is too bad value for this card, considering how much other team of the season so far have been. You're looking at about 50k, yeah, just checking on Footbin, it's saying about 50k. You're looking at just under 50k for PlayStation and just over 50k on Xbox, which I think is reasonably decent for this type of card. I don't think there's anything to get too upset about that in terms of how much it's going to cost. Obviously, it'd be really nice if you could complete it for a lot less than that, but generally speaking, it's decent. Now, in terms of his chem styles to use on this particular player, I think there's only 2 that kind of work best in my particular mind. The first one of those is being an engine. The main reason for an engine is because of the boost it gives to his dribbling stats, which I think are very important within the game, especially right now. So with the engine chem style in a plus 10 chemistry position, he'll have the acceleration and sprint speed both maxed out to 99s. His passing stats will also see some good boosts, with a vision going to an 87, that crossing becomes an 87, free kick actually gets a good boost, bringing it to a 69, short pass becomes a 92, and his long pass becomes a 90. Now the important stats here within the dribbling category, he sees his balance goes up to a 90, which I think is very, very good, and he also gets a +5 in reactions, bringing it to an 86, which I think is much needed as well. His ball control of 92 is good, and his dribbling goes up to a 99, which is nice as well. Now the other chem style that I'd probably pick for this particular card is going to be a Maestro. This is more in order to get him really super usable within shooting in the opposition's box. Main reason being is because shot power is actually quite an important stat this year, and anyone who's had the +90 in the shot power seems to be pretty good at scoring goals, and those under that seem to struggle a little bit more. So with the Maestro, his positioning will go up to a 99, that shot power becomes a 91, his long shots becomes a 90, and his volleys goes up to a 67. His passing stats also see a minor boost, which I think is needed as well, bringing his vision to an 87, his free kicks accuracy to a 69, and that short pass becomes a 97 as well. Long pass also goes up to an 85. He also gets good boost within his dribbling stats, with the reactions going to an 86, his ball control becoming a 92, and his dribbling becoming a 99. However, his balance will remain at an 80, which I do think is a little bit of an issue. So this is where this card kind of has its major flaw, in the sense of his stats, generally speaking, are very nice, but in key areas, especially shot power and balance, when it comes to trying to improve those two particular stats, you're kind of at a standstill, because you're in a bit of, you're caught between like a rock and a hard place, because only one chem style is going to do the balance and another chem style is going to do the shot power. You don't get them both in the same one, whether it be marksman or sniper or hawk or whatever you want to try and use to get both of them up. It's just not going to happen. So whatever you decide to do with this card, you're going to have to accept the fact that his balance isn't going to be the best and his shot power isn't going to be the best, depending on the chem style you choose. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I've hoped you enjoyed it and found it a little bit useful, and until next time, please leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of this card. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with your friends. I'll check you guys out. Laters.